Give me 1 second. Let me turn this up, see how it sounds. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this up, see how it sounds. I already know what we're missing. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this up, see how it sounds. I already know what we're missing. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. There we go. Turn this up, see how it sounds. I already know what we're missing. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. Where else am I hearing myself? See how it sounds. I already know what we're missing. Oh, shoot. God. All right, well, let's pull that back up. That debacle right there. All my thumbnails. Let's go ahead and close all that. There we go. Let's get the link sent out. Get the link sent out to everyone. Get the link sent out to everyone. 1 2 1 2. Get the link sent out to everyone. 1 2 1 2. Get the link sent. I'm stupid. I was hearing it twice because it was just repeating on my stream. I blow my mind sometimes, bro. It's the wrong video. All right. What just fell? Oh my god. One of my lights. Let me link this to everybody. We'll put it on Facebook. Where is Sleeper? I need something where it just automatically sends out 5 million links to everybody. Because I have too many links to send out. Did I get everything? I think I've got every link. I think I've got them all. Big racks. Does it sound good, Roan? Does it sound good? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Any Given Monday podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about, well, predicting the 2024-2025 NFL season. We will be talking about the NBA Conference Finals. Shout out Jokic on the thumbnail. Got absolutely mauled in Game 7. 0 for 7. We'll get into that. 0 for 7 from 3 going into the fourth, but we'll get into that. Could have been you live by the 3, you die by the 3. And some UFC 302 and why we want Dustin Poirier to come out on top. But this is going to take a little bit. We're going to do a little NFL season predictor, starting with the reigning, defending Kansas City Chiefs. We got the Kansas City Chiefs, and we got the Baltimore Ravens to start off the season. By the way, Dr. Pepper, cherry, zero sugar, massive W. Massive W. I got the gallon of water in the back, too, so don't worry about it. We're not going to be dehydrated. You know what? Let me go ahead and send this link to these ho-ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. All right, so Baltimore, KC. You know, I'm going to stick with what I've always said the past few years. I think Mahomes and the boys come out a little slow. Now, people like to argue that. Nothing to argue from last year. They started slow. The year before, I can't remember if they started slow or not. I want to say up to my standards for what they, started slow. I think it's going to be a lot. Who is Theo Johnson? He's a tight end for the Giants who have Daniel Bellinger. So, little 50-50 shot right there for dynasty players. I'm going to go Baltimore Ravens taking this one. Thank God you just have to click it. So, Green Bay and Philly, this is going to be an interesting game. I mean, Philly bolstered that defense. Green Bay, I mean, they went and got some vets. We've talked about this already. I like what they did in the offseason. I think it's going to come down to Philly's receiving core, and I think they're just going to outdo the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to give it to Philly in this one. I think it's going to be one of the closer games week one. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Russ the Bus Wilson. Let Russ cook. Or are we going to see another quarterback week one in Justin Fields? It's going to be interesting to see who's starting. It's going to be a little dice roll right there. Obviously, I think it's going to be Russell Wilson. I'm thinking, I mean, Kirk Thuggins, but I just think Atlanta has the better team. I think you went and got a veteran quarterback who's seen defenses like the Steelers, and I think he's going to be decent under the pressure, which he's going to get pressured a lot. That's actually kind of a tough game for a guy coming up. They are feeding both quarterbacks with Achilles injuries this year too, and some insane pass rushers week one. Some insane pass rushers week one. They are feeding them. They're going to go Atlanta. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. I don't hate Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray's a little overhyped. I can't say fantasy aspect because he actually be hooping in fantasy when he's healthy. I think Josh Allen is, again, I'll say overhyped, but he's a top fantasy quarterback. I just think he lost a lot this season. They lost, 7, 8 starters, offense and defensive side of the ball. I think the Cardinals are going to come out, and I think they're going to pose a threat. They're going to have Kyler Murray healthy. They're going to have Marvin Harrison Jr. They're going to have James Conner. They're going to have his backup they just drafted, who is a solid running back. What's his name? I literally wanted to draft him. Trey Benson. Trey Benson's solid option in the backfield. You have a lot of younger wide receivers that I think can go out there and take the game over. I'm going Arizona Cardinals. Gosh. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans and the Chicago Bears. Titans, you have Will Levis coming into his second year in the league. It kind of looked like, Josh Allen's first year. Not a lot of passing at all. A lot of running. I think they went and bolstered his wide receiver core. Really big downgrade at running back. You got more of a receiving back, though, and you have Tajay Spears and you have Tony Pollard. They're moving to a running back by committee, which I think, pretty much everyone is doing that now. So I think that could help that team. Defensive side of the ball's decent. It's really going to come down to how is Caleb Williams going to perform week one against a team with some vets on it. You're getting a second-year quarterback in Will Levis against a first-year quarterback in Caleb Williams, to where I think Caleb Williams, with everything around him, can go out there and win that game. I mean, you have DJ Moore, a solid deep threat. You have Keenan Allen, who's going to take over the middle of the field or could take over, anywhere on the field potentially. You have Rome Odunze, who, if he comes full circle, is going to be a solid wide receiver. You have a really solid running back core. You have a young defense. Your O-line is a little skeptical, but you have a really smart quarterback. He might hold the ball a little too long sometimes. I'm hoping they address that in training camp. I'm going to go Bears week one. Next, we have the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. For everyone just now joining us, we are doing our NFL predictions week one all the way to week 18, baby. New England Patriots taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. You have New England, rookie quarterback, terrible wide receiver core. Question mark at running back. Is Ramondre Stevenson going to come back and still be what he was? Defense is probably the biggest upside on this team, other than a rookie quarterback that could be your franchise guy, but we don't even know if he's going to pan out to be great in the NFL. A lot of question marks here. Don't really have to go too deep into this. The Bengals have Joe Burrow back week one. It's not too much to harp on there. Is it showing? What's up here? Oh, it's showing the playoff. Let me move the camera a little bit. There we go. We'll, yeah, right. Uh, Actually, we'll put it on this side. That's a little odd, but oh no, we can't do that. We can't. Yeah, I'll just let y'all know who the 1 seed in the NFC is every week. All right. Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts, CJ Stroud, I think, is going to have a sophomore slump. I think their head coach is going to have a sophomore slump. I think they have a lot of options on offense. I think they haven't went and really bolstered their defense. There's not a reason they should be bad this year. Even with Stroud being in a slump, I feel like this team is going to be a little too much for the Colts. So we're going to go the Houston Texans. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins always look insane to begin the season. They have one of the fastest teams in the league. I mean, you have OBJ, you have Jalen Waddle, you have Tyreek Hill, you have Tua Tagovailoa, you have two of the fastest running backs in the league. You have a really good defense. You went and got some veterans on defense to help that defense that fell apart at the end of the year, tragically fell apart at the end of the year. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars. You got your starting quarterback coming back. You have ETN, who is an absolute stud out of the backfield. You went and got Brian Thomas. You went and got a bunch of backup wide receivers. You got Gabe Davis. You have, I mean, so many wide receiver twos. They're just all over in Jacksonville. I think you have a lot of good vets on that team to help a lot of the young guys. I think you have a decent defense. I'm still rocking Miami week 1. We have Carolina and New Orleans Saints. Holy L, that game's probably going to be massively boring. I am going to go with the Saints. Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. This one shouldn't be too hard, but it also could be. Who's going to be quarterback week 1 for the Minnesota Vikings? Is it going to be Sam Darnold? Is it going to be JJ McCarthy? Is Justin Jefferson going to be on the team? A lot of question marks going into week 1. One thing we do know, the Giants are awful. Give me the Vikings. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Chargers. I didn't even know this was a matchup this year, but boy, did they cook week 1. Did they cook week 1 with these matchups? You got the Las Vegas Raiders, who beat the Chargers 63-17 last year. The Chargers put out a menacing schedule prediction where they had a video of all the Raiders watching the season schedule release in jail. That was insane. We are going to rock with. This is actually really interesting because really good defense against a. I'm going Raiders, man. I think they're all bought in. I think all the Raiders players are bought into that Raider way. We have the Broncos and the Seahawks. I'm not going to harp on this long. We're going Seattle. Y'all know why. I'm a Seahawks fan. 2, the Broncos are terrible. The Broncos are dog shit. They got worse at quarterback. Is their running back going to stay healthy? They got worse at wide receiver. Their defense is like ranked 20th maybe in the league. And Seattle might win the division this year. On to the next. We have Washington against Tampa Bay. I think Washington is going to finish second in the division this year. I think they're going to upset the Cowboys. I think Eagles are winning the division. Tampa Bay really went and, did justice to the running back position, did justice to the wide receiver position, went and made some moves for the defense. I still just think Washington has a lot of really good youth and a lot of really, really good vets to help those guys mesh into the NFL. I'm going Washington. Next, we have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cleveland Browns. This is going to be my personal game of the week. I think the Cleveland Browns come out and clear. I know I've done this rant before. Cowboys got worse at running back. Cowboys got worse at wide receiver. Cowboys got worse at O-line. Cowboys got worse at linebacker. Cowboys got worse at cornerback. Okay, maybe linebacker's a reach. If Eric Kendricks can stay healthy, they actually got better at linebacker, but I'm rocking with the Browns. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua taking on Amon-Ra, the Sun God Saint Brown. and Jared Goff's Lions. I think that's going to be an actually insane. Like I said, they cooked for the matchups week 1. They absolutely cooked the matchups week 1. We love it. We love to see it. I'm probably going to rock the Detroit Lions. Last but not least, what is this, Monday Night Football? Holy W. We have Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. They are feeding Aaron Rodgers, 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. How old's Aaron Rodgers? He's not 40. He's like, what, 38? Let's look. Aaron Rodgers' age. 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers coming off an Achilles tear. And they were like, you know what? Let's feed him to Bosa week 1. That's sickening. Glad I went and drafted Jordan Travis in our dynasty. Give me the New York Jets. We're rocking Jets. Hey, barring a absolute horrific injury to Aaron Rodgers, give me the Jets. And that is our week 1 predictions for the NFL. On to week 2. Week 2, Buffalo and Miami. Whoo! I mean, the matchmakers couldn't do us more justice than they did to start the year. Obviously, I'm going Miami. I'm not going to harp on everything too long. It's giving a score. Oh, man, I can change the score, too. What'd they give the Browns and the Cowboys? 33 to 6. Well, is that like an actual... Okay, it just randomly changes. 26, 23. Okay. Oh, man. That was going to be ridiculous. I think Miami takes that one. Las Vegas and Baltimore. Ooh. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one too long. Chargers and, yeah, okay. Panthers might have another top 5 pick this year. Let's be real. New Orleans Saints against Dallas week 2. I think Dallas probably taking that one. Putting 15 to 23, I think they win by a lot more than that, but we'll see. The Detroit Lions taking on Tampa Bay. I think the Detroit Lions are going to start big this year. I don't want to see Tampa fall 0-2. I don't want to see that. Indy taking on Green Bay. Both these teams 0-1. I think Green Bay is going to come out on top this week. I feel bad. Indy starting 0-2. Maybe they'll pick it up later in the year. Cleveland Browns taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. As long as everyone stays healthy, I'm taking the Browns. But it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure what week Nick Chubb is coming back. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I think the 49ers are going to be too talented and too, how do I put this? I think they have too many. I don't want to throw J.J. McCarthy out here like this. Brock Purdy is going to outplay J.J. McCarthy. We have Seattle taking on New England. Seattle's winning that game. We're not getting beat by a rookie quarterback. We're just not. It's not happening. Next, we have the Jets and the Titans. Interesting game right here. Interesting matchup. I think the Jets take it. I had the Jets winning the Super Bowl last year, so... The Giants and the Commanders. Give me the Commanders. I think the Giants are a top 5 pick this year. The Rams, and I say that. We'll see where we actually have them ending. I'm not sure what their schedule actually looks like. The Rams and the Cardinals in division game, week 2. Man, I think the Cardinals are going to start hot. I think the Rams are going to go down 0-2. Yeah, we're going to click that again to see if we can get a closer... It is not going to, I don't think it's going to be a 10-point game. 22-33. Okay, we'll do 18-23. I like that. So we'll do our playoff. I'll show y'all the playoff update when we get halfway through the season. We'll do that. Week 3, we got New England and the Jets. Give me the Jets. We have the Giants and the Brownies. Give me the Browns. An 0-3 start for the Patriots and the Giants. That's sickening. We have the 0-2. Did I miss a game? Oh, God. I was going to say. All right, Bengals, Chiefs. That's actually an insane matchup. Said they start slow. Could we see the Chiefs start 0-2? I don't think so. I'm not doing it. We're going KC. Pittsburgh and Denver. Oh, dear God. Pittsburgh and Denver. Dang, do I disrespect Cody? Do I disrespect Cody right here? I'm gonna go the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like I said, I really think Denver is gonna have a top 5 pick this year. Chicago and Houston. God, I don't want to do this. I think Houston's probably going to win that. We're going to have to hear H-Town talk about, I told y'all CJ Stroud was better than Caleb Williams. We're going to have to hear that until probably the Texans get bounced round 1 of playoffs. So that's going to be great. We have the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's actually going to be a wild matchup. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. Week 3, heading on into it. We have the Falcons as the. You know what? We'll get to that. We'll talk playoff prediction. Like I said, we'll talk playoff predictions after we get we'll get halfway through. We have the Bears and the Colts. Who do I think is going to win this one? This is a really interesting one. I don't want to say the Colts go down 0-3. But I kind of do want to say the Colts go down 0-3. Anthony Richardson really didn't get a year to develop like that. So we're gonna put Chicago with the dub. We have the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Texans are probably gonna roll through the Vikings again. I think JJ McCarthy has some potential. We don't know who's gonna be starting quarterback week 1, week 2, week 3. It could be Sam Darnold. It could be JJ McCarthy. We're going to see JJ starting halfway through the season, but it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be crazy. Give me the Houston Texans, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New Orleans Saints. We're not going to sit on this one long. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles. 22-20 game, by the way. We have the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both teams 1-1. I'm thinking that could be a high-scoring game. That could be. I'm thinking it's going to come down to probably. This is really a coin toss. Do I have a coin in here? I don't. What do y'all think? Anyone in chat right now? I'm gonna let y'all guess this one between the Steelers and the Chargers, and we'll come back to that. Denver and Tampa Bay, both teams 0-2, and like I said, I'm riding Denver into the ground. Give me Tampa with their first win on the season, week 3. Green Bay and the Tennessee Titans, I think. Schittsburg, yeah, you're probably right. That's unfortunate. Green Bay and the Tennessee Titans. I don't want to do the Titans like this to start 0-3. They just really don't have anything that just blows my mind. You have a sophomore quarterback who's not better than Green Bay's quarterback. You have a run game who's not better than Green Bay's run game. Your defense is not better than Green Bay's defense. I don't think your wide receiver core is better than Green Bay's wide receiver core. I know you got D-Hop and I know you got Calvin Ridley, but let's be real. That is a shell of DeAndre Hopkins. And what has Calvin Ridley done? Nothing last year, suspended the year before. He is a really, really hyped up wide receiver that hasn't done anything in 3 years. And he's old. He's older. So he's not old, but he is an older wide receiver. Give me Green Bay. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Panthers really actually going to get their top 5 pick this year. Give me the Raiders. Miami and Seattle. Oh, darn. We're going 3-0. We have the Detroit Lions taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm being real. I think we go out there and beat the Miami Dolphins. I think our cornerbacks are too big for their wide receivers. And that's all I have to say about that. We have the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. I think this is going to be a solid matchup for week 3. This is prime matchup of the week right here, if I'm being honest. The Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to run through Dallas. We'll get to that. We have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Detroit Lions. I think it's going to be a really crazy matchup. One of these teams, this is 2-2-0 teams. Chat, what are we thinking? I personally want to go Arizona. But I don't want to be feeding Manny because Manny's been saying that Kyler Murray is a good quarterback, and I've been downing Kyler Murray all year long. But I don't like Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is a bus driver. I think Kyler Murray actually has that switch to go. Let's boil it down to who. Okay, let's go position by position. Detroit has the better running backs. I think Arizona has the better quarterback if he's healthy. I think Detroit, I don't want to put Amon-Ra on the same level as I don't want to put Marvin Harrison Jr. up there yet, but if we're being like absolutely for real, he's going to be up there. And I think Arizona comes out with the better wide receiver core. Who's the Lions tight end? I'm not sure who the Lions tight end is. I can't remember off the top of my head. I cannot remember off top. We're going to have to start running through these. I'm trying to be on Dead by Daylight by like 8:30. Am I tripping? Who's the Lions tight end, bro? I know Amon-Ra St. Brown is better than Marvin Harrison Jr., but let's be real. I think that Laporta, I don't know why I was tripping about that. Marvin Harrison Jr. has all the potential to play up to Amon-Ra St. Brown. But let's dig deeper than that. Let's dig deeper than both those guys. Let's look at the Lions wide receivers real quick. Jamison Williams has not done anything. But I think what's really going to and McBride, I don't know if he won't play up to Laporta, but he's solid. Donovan Peoples-Jones. And after that, Khalif Raymond. They really don't have anybody. Cardinals wide receivers. Cardinals have Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Zay Jones. And I'm not saying any of these guys are massive, massive game changers. Michael Wilson is poised to have a breakout season this year. Just better on both sides of the ball this year. Yeah, they probably do have a better defense. They did go in. They lost what's his name back to the Eagles, but was it really a loss? He didn't play half the season, and when he came back, he was kind of a can. Yeah, let's go Lions. Baltimore and Dallas, y'all know what I'm doing here. I'm going Baltimore. I think the run game's going to be too much. Dallas's run defense last year was absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. And you're playing the best running. And let's be, I didn't know this until the other day. Lamar Jackson has never lost to an NFC team but the Giants. So I'm going Baltimore on this one. We have the San Francisco 49ers and the Rams. They are really feeding the Rams and putting the Rams in a blender. Hufunga's back. Give me the 49ers. Hufunga is a dog, bro. We got the Chiefs and the Falcons. Now, I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, and I might sound crazy when I say this. I feel like the Falcons are going to upset. I can see that. Can y'all not see the Chiefs starting 1-2? I can see it happening. Like I said, they start slow. Next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. 2 0-2 teams. Yet again. Here we go. I'm sticking with it. I think the Bills lost a lot. I think they got a lot of young, good talent. I think they lost a lot in that offseason. I'm going Jacksonville for the Bills to go 0-3. We have Washington and Cincy. Now, Washington's 2-0, Cincy's 1-1. As long as they don't do anything crazy, they keep everybody, they don't trade Trey Hendricks, I think Cincy's experience at quarterback is going to get him the win on this one. And that is week 3 done. We're about to start flying through these. I promise. We're about to start flying through these. Week 3 is done, right? Yeah. Week 4. All right, Dallas and New York. Give me Dallas. Jacksonville and Houston. God, I don't want to see Houston go 4-0, bro. Give me Houston. We have the Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Atlanta Falcons 4-0. That's not going to happen, but we'll see. We have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. Give me Cincinnati. We have the Los Angeles Rams and the Bears. The Rams are not going 0-4, right? Like, I have to give them a win at some point, and it's probably gonna have to. It's gonna have to be the Bears. It's gonna have to be. We have the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Give me Green Bay. We have Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Indy. This is all week 4, by the way, guys. I think Indy pulls one out this week. I don't think Indy's going to be a total can this year. I think they'll pull it out this week. We have Denver and the New York Jets. Give me the New York Jets going 4-0. We have Philly and Tampa Bay. I think Philly pulls that one out. We have the Washington Commanders taking on Arizona. I think Kyler's going to bounce back this week, and that experience at quarterback is going to take them over the top. We have the New England Patriots taking on the 49ers, and y'all are going to hear me harp on this a lot. I'm taking the more experienced quarterback. Kansas City taking on the Chargers. Give me KC. We have Cleveland taking on the Raiders. I'm feeling an upset this week. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders to go 3-1. We have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm telling y'all, like, Bills starting 0-4. They might start 1-3. I mean, they're playing some dogs week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Give me the Ravens. We have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Give me Miami. Give me Tennessee, bro. I don't like all these teams I got starting 0-4. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Tennessee's a team that can compete with the Dolphins. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Lions. We're going to get our revenge game right there. Y'all remember I said that. We're getting our revenge game right there, week 5. Tampa Bay and the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, dear God. Give me Tampa Bay. We got to get a loss on the Falcons side. We have to. We got the New York Jets taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are not beating the Jets. Carolina taking on Chicago. Give me Chicago. Baltimore taking on Cincinnati. Give me Cincinnati. We're going to give Baltimore an L. Baltimore's not going undefeated. Buffalo and Houston. They did the Bills tremendously dirty. They did the Bills tremendously dirty. Give me Houston. Oh, man, they did the Bills so dirty, bro. What Tyler just sent? Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, man, I have the Bills starting 0-5. That's hilarious. That's not happening, but we'll see. Indy taking on Jacksonville. Give me Jacksonville. Miami taking on the New England Patriots. Give me Miami. We have Cleveland taking on Washington. Give me... I'm thinking Washington. I might sound crazy, but I think Washington is going to be a solid team this year. We have the Raiders taking on the Broncos. Give me the Raiders. Oh, God. 2 teams are 0-5. I cannot stand it. 2 teams in not same division. Arizona taking on the 49ers. Give me Arizona. I think they have really good firepower for that game. Green Bay taking on the Rams. We'll let the Rams slip in a dub right there. We got the Giants taking on the Seahawks. We have Seattle starting 5-0, baby. Let's go. Dallas taking on Pittsburgh. We'll give Dallas the edge on that one. New Orleans taking on KC. KC's about to start picking up some heat. Give me KC. Teams on bye. Okay. Week 6. Week 6, guys. We have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to get our first L right there. Jacksonville taking on the Chicago Bears. I think, personally, Jacksonville probably comes out on top in this one. I like both teams looking a little 3-3 right there. I think stuff's starting to even out. Washington taking on Baltimore. Give me a Baltimore dub. Arizona taking on Green Bay. I'm thinking Green Bay right here. I like a Green Bay dub right there. Houston taking on New England. Oh dear God. Houston starting 6-0. This is not real. Nah. New England's gonna upset somebody. It's not gonna. Oh my God. Give me a Houston dub. Tampa Bay taking on the New Orleans Saints. Give me Tampa. Cleveland taking on Philly. Give me the Eagles. Indy taking on Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. We got the Chargers taking on Denver. Give me the Chargers. We got Pittsburgh taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me Pittsburgh in an upset. Is that really an upset, though, chat? Let's be real. Is that really an upset? We have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. We have the Detroit Lions taking on Dallas. Give me Detroit. Bengals taking on New York. Give me the Bengals. And Bills taking on the Jets. It's a division game. I think the Bills are going to come out and get their upset win. I mean, I had them 0-5 through 5 weeks. That's sickening. Week 7, we got Denver taking on the New Orleans Saints. I think Denver's going to slide out a dub right here. I'm not going to lie. I think Denver going to slide out a dub right there with Sean Payton. We got New England taking on Jacksonville. I can see New England getting a dub right there. I'm not going to lie. I can see New England still in one. We have Cincy taking on the Cleveland Browns. I think the Browns are probably going to come out on top that game. We have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills. I think this is where the Buffalo Bills about to start picking up some heat. They got fed to some monsters the first 5 weeks. I'm not going to lie. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Green Bay Packers. I think Green Bay going to slide them an L. I think Green Bay going to slide the Texans an L right there. I'm not going to lie. Eagles taking on the Giants. Give me the Eagles. Seattle taking on Atlanta. Give me Atlanta. We got Miami taking on Indy. Give me Miami. Detroit taking on Minnesota. Did my mouse just die? Awesome. Quick intermission real quick. While I plug my mouse up. Little quick intermission. I mean, right now we got the 6-1 Houston Texans leading the division. I have a $500 bet that yeah. Yep. We need to start getting Texans some losses quick. We got the Detroit Lions taking on Minnesota. I'm probably going to rock the Lions right there. Carolina taking on Washington. Carolina 0-7. And that's realistic to me. The Raiders taking on the Rams. I see the Rams probably sliding this one out. I like how records are starting to fall into place, if that makes sense. Ooh, a Super Bowl matchup. The Chiefs and the 49ers. Give me KC. I think they're heating up. Week 8. We got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Rams. I think the Rams win that. We got the 5-1 Baltimore Ravens taking on Cleveland. I think Cleveland going to come out on top on this one. We have Tennessee taking on Detroit. I think Detroit's winning that. Poor Tennessee. We have the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Give me Houston to move to 7-1. That's absolutely sickening. We have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Jacksonville Jags. I think Jacksonville might slide out a dub right there. I'm not going to lie. We have the Arizona Cardinals taking on Miami. Give me Miami. I like a little fall for them right there. Give me the Arizona Cardinals. We have the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. Give me the Jets to go 6-1. Atlanta Falcons taking on Tampa Bay. A little in-division game right there. I think I can see Tampa Bay taking that one. Chicago and Washington, 3-3 against 4-3. 2 rookie quarterbacks. I think Chicago got the better matchup right there. 16-18, by the way. That would be insane. Both teams, 4 wins. New Orleans Saints taking on the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. Buffalo Bills taking on Seattle. Like I said, I think Buffalo's going to start heating up right about here. Give me Buffalo to move to 3-5. We have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Cincinnati's a little bit, I don't want to say too explosive. I think Cincinnati has really good receivers, and I think Philly has really young secondary players. So give me Cincy. We have the the Carolina Panthers taking on the Denver Broncos. 0-7 against 1-6, fighting for that number 1 pick, baby. Give me the Denver Broncos, which they're not going to want to win it. We have our first Raiders and Chiefs matchup. I think the Chiefs are going to go out here. Like I said, it's called the week. They're going to start picking up pace, 5-2, looking for that 3-peat. They're going to come out looking like they're going to start slow. They're going to get to a well-oiled machine sooner than they did last year. Dallas and 49ers. Give me the San Francisco 49ers. New York Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give me Pittsburgh. All right, we are officially in week 9, so we are halfway through the season. We'll do week 9, and then we'll look at playoffs. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Jets. I think the Jets are going to come out on top. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get it done over Stroud. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Let's switch it till he gives us a high-scoring game. 33-20. I think Texans are going to score more than that. 15-14, that's not happening. 24-28, nah, someone's getting 30. 33-19 is not happening. 19-15 is not happening. God, they don't want to give me a 30-point game. I could just change it myself. 24-27, we'll take it. 24-27. Atlanta and Dallas. I think Atlanta's coming out on top on this one. I might be the biggest hater. 7-2 Atlanta, 3-5 Dallas, but it's panning out to what I said it would be. We have the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Quit playing with me. We're not going to talk about that one long. Buffalo taking on Miami. I said Miami's going to start heating up a little bit. Buffalo's going to start heating up a little bit. I think Buffalo's going to get about 4-5 right there. Take the dub. We have the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Why not give the Saints another win to bring the Panthers to 0-9? Actually, you know what? They're not going to go defeated, so we're going to give them a dub right there, have them go 1-8. We have the Raiders taking on the Bengals. I think the 4-5 looks about right for the Raiders about midway through the season. We have the Chargers and the Browns. We have the Chargers and the Browns. I don't know why that just blew my mind. We have the Chargers and the Browns. The Chargers 3-3. The Browns 5-3. I think the Chargers lost a lot this year. Give me the Cleveland Browns. Oh my God, I have every home team winning this week. That's sickening. All right. We have the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Give me Indianapolis. Not because I have no away teams winning. We have Washington and New York. Give me Washington. We have New England and the Tennessee Titans. Give me 1-7 against 1-6. That's going to be interesting. That's an interesting matchup right there. Probably going to rock with... I'll rock with New England. No, I'll rock with Tennessee. I think their wide receivers are better. We have the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to be too much experience. We have the Rams and the Seahawks. Give me Seattle. I've had them losing 2 in a row. We're not going to lose 3 in a row. We have the Detroit Lions and Green Bay. I think Green Bay going to edge this one out. Green Bay going to edge this. I think they're a better, I can't say well-rounded. That 23-33 score is an actually really good score. Jacksonville and the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me Philly. And KC and Tampa Bay. Give me KC. I have 2 away teams winning this week. That's hilarious. I'm liking how the records are looking, though. So, all right. So, as of right now, our playoff predictions... We have, and I'll move it back up here in a second. We are looking at your number 1 seed in the AFC is the Jets, and your number 1 seed in the NFC is the Atlanta Falcons. 2 is the Texans, 3 is the Bengals, 4 is the Chiefs. That's your division winners. Wild card Ravens, wild card Browns, wild card Dolphins. NFC, we have the number 1 Falcons. We have the number 2 Eagles. We have the number 3 Lions. We have number 1 Falcons, by the way. Number 4 Cardinals. And we have the wild card, Packers, Seahawks, and 49ers. I think it's looking decent. I think it's all going to round out. Do I think I'm going to get 100% of these right? No. Do I think the record's pretty close? Yes. I think I get pretty close on the record. We move that back up. Why haven't I had it up here the whole time? Have I just had it smaller? I don't know, bro. Oh, it's because I've been having to scroll down. Okay. All right. If y'all are new here, make sure you drop a like, drop a follow. Am I on to week 9? Yes, I am on to week 9. My bad, week 10. We're on to some week 10 football. We have Cincinnati and the Baltimore Ravens. I think this is a really good matchup as long as everyone's healthy. I think Cincinnati probably comes out here and wins this one. We have the New York Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers, 2 can teams. But like I said, no one's going to go defeated this season. So give me the Giants with a win. We have the New England Patriots taking on the Chicago Bears. Give me the New England Patriots with a W. Not New England Patriots, the Chicago Bears, my bad. We have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Indianapolis Colts. It's going to be Buffalo to start their run at 5-5. We have the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Vikings can probably pull a dub out right there. We have Denver taking on KC. We're not even going to entertain it. Atlanta taking on New Orleans. You know what? We'll give New Orleans a dub right there. We're going to slow Atlanta down a little bit. They're going to have to get humbled at some point. We have the 49ers taking on Tampa Bay. I think the 49ers come out on top there. Pittsburgh taking on the Washington Commanders. Give me Washington. No, give me Pittsburgh. Yeah, give me Pittsburgh on that one. We have the Tennessee Titans taking on... Do I have no Cowboys in playoffs? Oh, boy. Oh, brother, this one's going to hurt some feelings. I have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Man, give me the Titans. We have the Jets taking on the Cardinals. 6-1 or 6-2 Cardinals taking on the 7-1 Jets. I think Arizona comes out here and gives it to them this game. We have the Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles. We have the Detroit Lions taking on the Houston Texans. Give me Detroit. We have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Rams. I like the Dolphins here. Week 11. Washington and Philly. Give me Philly. Give me Philly on that one. Oh my God, please go back up. Give me Philly. We got Green Bay and Chicago. Give me Green Bay. Oh, did not mean to hit top. Give me Green Bay. We got Jacksonville and Detroit. Give me Detroit. Las Vegas and the Dolphins. Give me Dolphins. Rams and Patriots. Give me Rams. Cleveland and the New Orleans Saints. Give me Cleveland. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Give me a tie. Give me a tie in Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Would that not be hell? We're going to keep it like that too. Someone's going to tie this year, and it's going to be Baltimore and Pittsburgh week 11. Y'all remember that. Y'all remember I said that. Minnesota and Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. Atlanta Falcons and Denver Broncos. Give me Atlanta. Seattle Seahawks and 49ers. Give me 49ers. Cincinnati and the Chargers. Give me Cincinnati. We got the Chiefs and the Bills. Give me the Chiefs. We have Indy and the Jets. Give me the Jets. And we have Houston and Dallas. Give me Houston. 3-7 for Dallas. That's going to hurt some feelings, bruh. That is going to hurt some feelings. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. You know what? We'll give Pittsburgh some love right there coming off a tie. We'll give them some love right there. We have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 1-9 Carolina Panthers. Give me the Chiefs. We have the New England Patriots taking on Miami. Give me Miami. Tennessee taking on Houston. I'll take Houston. Detroit taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Give me Detroit. Dallas taking on Washington. Give me a Dallas dub right here. Tampa Bay taking on New York. I like, we'll get New York a little bit back into it. I don't think they're gonna do I can't say awful. I had them 1-9. They're gonna do terrible, but they're gonna edge out some W's. We got Minnesota taking on the Bears. Give me the Bears. We got Denver taking on the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. We got Arizona taking on the Seattle Seahawks. I think we're gonna win this to go to 7-2 and tie it up for the division. Is that tied up for the division? Yep, that's tied up for the division. That is almost a 3-way tie for the division. I promise y'all we are balling out this year. This might be a little biased, but I'm being so serious. I think we're going to compete this year. San Francisco taking on Green Bay. This one's going to be both 7-3 teams, fighting for seeding at that point. So that'll be interesting. Be fighting for some seeding at that point. I'm thinking I'll go 49ers. No, I'm going to go Green Bay on that one. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I think Philly probably coming out on this one. Baltimore taking on the Chargers. Give me Baltimore. We are in week 13. Chicago taking on the Lions. Give me the Lions, our first 10-win team of the season. We have the Giants taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys going to get a dub right there. We have Miami taking on Green Bay. Both 8-3. That's really interesting. Whoever's in chat right now, I'm going to let y'all pick this one. Week 13, both teams 8-3. Are we rocking Green Bay or are we rocking the Miami Dolphins? I'll let y'all pick that one. We have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chiefs. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give the Raiders their one win over the Chiefs this year right here. We have Seattle taking on the Jets. Jets probably coming out and winning that one. We have the Chargers taking on the Falcons. I'm gonna give the Chargers a dub right here. I'm gonna give the Chargers a dub. Houston taking on Jacksonville. I'm gonna give Jacksonville a win right here. It might sound crazy, but I think Jacksonville can pull out a dub against the Houston Texans. We got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Vikings. Give me the Cardinals. Indy taking on the New England Patriots. Who is a worse team? Give me Indy winning that one. We have Tennessee taking on Washington. I think Washington wins that. Pittsburgh taking on the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. Tampa Bay taking on Carolina. Give me a Tampa Bay W. 1-11 for the Carolina Panthers, by the way. Rams taking on the Saints. I'm going Rams. Philly taking on Baltimore. This is going to be a really good game. Give me Baltimore with the dub. Coming off last week I had them coming off a tie, right? I'm telling y'all, when they play the Steelers later in the season, it's going to be a tie. Watch. San Francisco taking on the Buffalo. I'm telling y'all, and I know I talk a lot about Josh Allen. I really do think they heat up. I think I started them, 0-5 or 0-4. I started the Bills 0-4, and they've went on a 6-2 run. That sounds like some Bills type shit, though. Let's be for real. That sounds like some Bills type stuff. We have the Denver Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. Give me the Cleveland Browns. And last but not least, we'll go back up here and do the last game. We'll go Miami. We'll go Miami right there. Week 14. Green Bay and Lions. I think Green Bay bounces back right there. I think they get a dub over the Lions. We have the Jets against Miami, 9-3 against 9-2. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to start cooking later in the season. We have Atlanta taking on Minnesota. Give me Atlanta easy. New Orleans against the Giants. Who's worse? Give me the Giants. Carolina taking on Philly. Carolina going 1-12. Give me Philly. We got Cleveland against Pittsburgh. I'm going to give Pittsburgh a win right here over Cleveland. We have the Raiders against Tampa Bay. Give me Bake Show to go 6-6. Jacksonville against Tennessee. I'm liking Jacksonville. Seattle against Arizona. Probably Arizona. Buffalo against the Rams. We'll slow the Rams down, or we'll slow Buffalo down right there and have them go 6-7. Chicago against the 49ers. Give me the 49ers. Chargers and KC. Give me KC. And we got the Bengals and Dallas. Give me the Bengals. 5-8 for the Cowboys, and I wholeheartedly believe that. We got week 15. We have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. We'll go 49ers. Cowboys taking on Carolina. Let's go Cowboys. Y'all are getting a dub right here. 6-8. KC, Cleveland. We'll go KC. Miami and Houston. Give me Miami. Give me Miami in that. Jets against the Jags. I'll take Jags with a little upset right there. I can see it happening. Washington against New Orleans. Give me Washington. We got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Giants. Give me the Ravens. You know what? Just out of like comedic relief, give me the Giants. No, I can't do that. Give me the Ravens. Cincy taking on Tennessee. Give me Cincy. We got the New England Patriots taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. We got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. I'll go Denver right here. We have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. Probably the Detroit Lions. And we have Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chargers. Give me a Chargers dub. I like a Chargers dub right there. Pittsburgh taking on Philly. We'll give Pittsburgh a dub right there. Green Bay taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Green Bay. Chicago taking on Minnesota. Give me Chicago. And the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me Atlanta. Week 16, we got Cleveland taking on the Bengals. I'm liking Cleveland right there. Houston taking on KC. Give me KC. We have Pittsburgh taking on Baltimore. Give me Baltimore. We have the Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Give me Atlanta. Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. Did I miss a week? No. We have the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills. I got Carolina taking on Arizona. Chicago taking on Detroit. Give me Detroit. We got Tennessee taking on Indy. Dang, I guess my Carolina predictions were kind of flawed. I said they were going to win at least 10, and I got them getting folded and not making playoffs. We have Tennessee taking on Indy. I'll take Indy in this one. The Rams taking on the Jets. I'll take a Rams win. We got Philly taking on Washington. I could see Washington upsetting Philly right here. I'm not going to lie. We got Denver taking on the Chargers. We'll probably give the Chargers a dub here. Minnesota taking on the Seattle Seahawks. We'll get a dub. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm liking Jags right here. 49ers taking on the Miami Dolphins. I like a 49ers dub. Tampa Bay taking on Dallas. We'll take Dallas. New Orleans taking on Green Bay. Give me. Huh. Give me Green Bay. Week 17. KC taking on Pittsburgh. Give me KC. Baltimore taking on Houston. Oh, man. Give me Baltimore. Give me Baltimore. We have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. I'm going to give Chicago a dub over us. We have the Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Jets. We have Tennessee taking on Jacksonville. I'm going to take Jacksonville. Green Bay taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to get a Minnesota Vikings upset right there. We have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. And I'm locking the Raiders in a dub. We have the Carolina Panthers taking on Tampa Bay. Give me Tampa. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll have a Dallas upset. We have Miami taking on Cleveland. I'll go Cleveland right here. We have the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Give me the 49ers. Actually, give me the Detroit Lions with a statement game. Give me the Detroit Lions with a statement game right here. We have the Denver Broncos taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. That's not even, I don't know why I said that like that. We have the Rams taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Rams with a little upset right there. Give me the Rams with a little upset. Make it a close division. Are we in last? Of course we're in last. We have the Los Angeles Chargers against the New England Patriots. I can see the Patriots edging out a dub right here. I'm going to be real. Indy against New York. Man. I'm going to take Indy. The Atlanta Falcons against the Washington Commanders. Ooh. Give me Washington. Give me Washington with a dub. In week 18, last but not least, San Francisco and the Arizona. Will this be for the division? Oh, man, it'll be for the division. No, it won't. No, it won't. Okay. It'll be for seeding, though. It'll be big for seeding. I think I'm going to go Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go Arizona Cardinals there. We got the Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Give me the Falcons. Cleveland and Baltimore. Give me Baltimore. Washington and Dallas. Washington. Give me Washington. We have the Kansas City Chiefs. Cards not winning 12 games, but I could see them winning around 10. So you think, here, we'll do this. They have a bad schedule, though, bro. I mean, man. I don't know. We'll see. I wonder if there's a scenario where I can have I feel like someone new is going to win the division. I don't think we have the quarterback to do it. I think the Rams are getting older, and I feel like the 49ers are going to kind of. Game. What was their record last year? I don't know. I honestly, like, I'm trying to not be biased, and I had us ending 8-8. Okay, I like that. It's close. I mean, this is just not counting. I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff in the season that determines all this that I can't predict. Kansas City. The Denver sucks. So we got Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Am I wrong, Tyler? Be real. Am I wrong for having the Vikings 3-13? I just think they have the. I guess they have. Here's my thing why I think the Vikings are going to do this bad, and I'm being so honest. I think they're going to play QB roulette this year. I think Sam Darnold's going to start for 4 to 5 weeks. And is JJ McCarthy going to come out there and make an impact like that? Yeah. I mean, that's just, and I you know what? I'm going to give them a win week 18 because the Cardinals, or because they're going to be sitting their starters. So I like a 4-win season. I like a 4-win season for them. We have the Bears and Green Bay. I am going to go the Bears in an upset. They're not going to make playoffs, but I think a 9-8 season is a good start for them. I had them winning 10 before I looked at their schedule, so I think 9 is a solid season for the Cardinal or for the Bears. Now, why are they not going to make playoffs? We'll look at that in a minute. They're just in such a good division. They're in such a good division. Jacksonville and Indy. Oh no. Jacksonville and Indy. I'm going to go Jacksonville for a 10-win season. Seattle and the Rams. I'm going to be biased. I'm going Seattle. I don't want us to finish last in the division. Chargers and Raiders. This is going to be a fun game. I'm going to go Raiders. Buffalo and New England. Give me Buffalo to go 8-9. Miami and the Jets. I'm going to give the Jets. I think I could see them. Will that put them? Okay, that'll keep the Jets winning the division. I like that. Philly and the Giants. I'm going to go Philly. You know what? We'll give the Giants a dub just because. Is Philly going to have any reason to play their starters that week? Oh my God, they could miss playoffs. What am I doing? What happened? Oh, I really gassed up Washington, didn't I? I really gassed up Washington this season. Yeah, where did I go? Where's Washington on here? Am I tripping? Nah, I don't think Washington's 10 games good. Bro, where is Okay, so I'll do this. But I don't want Washington here. Then we'll go back and we'll do because I'm sticking to I think the Dallas Cowboys in the season below Washington. I'm being so serious. And I think they split the season with Washington. I feel like I guess, do I have them splitting the season with Washington? Or do I have Washington winning both games? That could be interesting. What weeks do they play? Let's see. Because I think Dallas gets them earlier, and I think the Commanders get them later. Where is... So week 12 is the first week they play. Week 12. All right, so I have Dallas winning both. So we'll put Washington there. Washington winning 10 games seems like a lot to me. But I've said they have a squad, so who knows? Who knows? But see, this only has them winning. See right here, it has them only winning 9 or 8. Oh, but if I make them tie, I guess they have the tiebreaker in the division. Cincy and Pittsburgh. I'll give Pittsburgh a win right there. I clicked Pittsburgh, right? There we go. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. I'll probably go. Is Tampa just out of playoffs? If Tampa wins this, do they make playoffs? No? Okay, we'll give Tampa a win. And Houston and Tennessee. Give me Houston with 10 wins. That's Houston not making playoffs. Is that Jags making playoffs? Oh, brother, this is about to spark some controversy. This is going to spark some controversy. Man, there's no way because I had Houston like starting with 6 wins. That is interesting. That is interesting. Huh. All right, so let's look at playoffs. Let's move the camera a little bit. We'll do our playoff predictions too. Why not? We have our number 1 seed in the AFC, the Kansas City Chiefs. Our number 2 seed in the or our number 1 seed in the NFC, the Detroit Lions. We have at the 2 seed in the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals sitting on a 12-4 record. The number 3 seed in the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons sitting at a 12-5 record. That makes no sense. We missed a game somewhere. Interesting. Where'd I miss a game at? Oh, and this thing is like so laggy, bro. And I missed a game for the, oh man. I missed some games somewhere. Let's go back if we can see if we can find them. Dude, this website, bro, is tripping. Oh, hey. I guess this is like, huh. All right, let's go. We are missing a game. We're missing a whole week. I'm missing like a whole week for a lot of teams. Did I not finish week 18? It's got to be at like the beginning of the season, right? Bro, oh, it's moving so slow. It's bothering me. It's actually bothering me. All right, week 1. Pull up week 1. Boom, week 1. All right, we did all of week 1. Week 2. We did all of week 2. Week 3. Week 4. Week 5. Looks like we did all week 5. Oh my God. Oh, that would move the Bears in. That's wild. Man, that scared the heck out of me. Week 6. Dude. Week 7. Oh man, like why are you running so slow? Week 7. Okay, we missed some games. Pittsburgh and the Jets. Give me Pittsburgh, or give me the Jets. Baltimore and Tampa Bay, give me Baltimore. Chargers, Arizona, give me Chargers. Just because. Switch things up a little bit. 17. Making sure everyone has 17. 17. Okay, now we can look at playoffs. All right, so number 1 seed AFC, we got the Chiefs. Number 2, we have the Baltimore Ravens, who are finishing 13-3-1. We have the Jets finishing 12-5. We have and crazy enough, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars finishing 10-7, barely edging out the Texans. And I feel like if I gotta switch it if I had the. Let me see what weeks they play each other. Because I don't think they're making. I think the Texans are making the playoffs above the Jags, if we're being fair. So week 1, 2, 3, 4. So week 4, I had the Texans winning that 100%. Week 13. I'll do Texans winning both games. I just think the Texans are I'm not putting the. Yeah. All right, so playoffs officially. We're not changing anything else. We have the number 1 Kansas City Chiefs, number 2 Baltimore Ravens, number 3 Jets, number 4 Texans, 5 Bengals, 6 Browns, and 7 Dolphins. In the NFC, we have the number 1 Lions. We have the number 2 Cardinals, number 3 Falcons, number 4 Eagles, 5 Green Bay, 6 49ers, 7 the Bears. Let's get in. You know what? We'll take a picture of that and then we'll get into some playoff predictions. There we go. Let me take a picture with my mouse out of the way. All right. So, predict playoff games. Let's get into it. So, week 1, we have the Dolphins taking on the Ravens. Give me the Dolphins. Week 2, we have the Jets taking on the Browns. Give me the Jets. Week 1, 2. Round 1. Round 1, Bengals, Texans. Give me the Bengals. Round 1 in the NFC, we have the Bears and the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. We have the 49ers and the Falcons. Give me the 49ers. And we have I'm losing my mind, Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Give me the Eagles. Round 2, divisional playoffs. We got KC against Miami. Give me KC. We have the Bengals against the Jets. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. We have 49ers against Lions. Give me the Lions. And we have the Eagles against the Cardinals. Give me the Eagles. We have a Lions and Eagles conference championship, and we have a Jets and we have a Kansas City Chiefs conference championship. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs and give me the Philadelphia Eagles. I like it. I like how it turned out. I like it. And give me Taylor Swift for the three-peat. I like it. Take a picture of that. Boom. Wow, guys, that took a lot longer than I thought it was. We kind of ran over. There wasn't really a lot of UFC we were going to talk about. Jamal Hill's fight's off, by the way. They had to find him an opponent. Apparently, Khalil Roundtree ate a banned substance that he didn't know was banned. I guess he got something in from a company and he took it and they said, hey, we sent you the wrong stuff and it had a banned substance in it. So he had to, that scared the hell out of me. He had to pull himself out of the fight and out of the pool. So They're looking for a Jamal Hill replacement. I'm going to tell y'all on stream who it's going to be. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. It's going to be Anthony Lionheart Smith. And Anthony Lionheart Smith is going to go out there and beat Jamal Hill. So there's y'all's UFC update. We have an NBA playoffs update. We have the Celtics taking on the Pacers. So Celtics are going to probably win that in 5, maybe 4. And we have the Mavs taking on the Timberwolves. I think that's going to 7. What did I say? Did I say Timberwolves pull it off or Mavs pull it off? I think if it goes to 7, the Mavs pull it off, but I think the Timberwolves could get it done in 6. I think Mavs have just a little bit too much experience. I think the Mavs are going to go out there, and if they get it to 7, we're going to see a prime Kyrie. We're going to see Luka take over. The one bad thing about that Mavs and Timberwolves matchup, Gafford and Lively are going, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do against Cat. I don't know what they're going to do against Cat and Rudy. They've had kind of, I wouldn't say an easy matchup for centers, but I mean, we saw what's his name for the Clippers, Zubac, come out and absolutely maul them game 1. Chet had his moments. I mean, let's be real. Chet's a small forward. Chet is not built like a center. He's not built to be a center. I guess centers are built a little different nowadays, but Gafford and Lively are about to have their hands full with Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Naz Reid is a freaking dog, bro. I said when they pulled Cat out last night, I said they're sending Naz Reid out there to play as physically as he possibly can against Jokic. And he went out there and he was touching Jokic up for sure. So, who do I think wins? If I was going to put something on it, if I was putting money on it, I'd probably say Timberwolves against the Celtics. What do I want to see? I want to see the Mavs against the Celtics. And Lord, I do not want to see Jason Tatum get a ring. Please, I do not want to see Jason Tatum get a ring. Other than that, not a lot of UFC to talk about. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate y'all sitting through this record picker. I appreciate everyone who follows, who watches. We will be back next Monday, 7 o'clock. For more NFL, basketball, UFC, maybe we'll talk hockey. Stars game 6, double OT was absolutely ridiculous. I might be into hockey by then. We might talk about how bad the Rangers bullpen is. But until next time, I love all of y'all. Make sure you drop a like, drop a follow, and tune in next time.